For exclusive podcasts and more, sign up at patreon.com/partnersincrimemedia.
This week's Law & Order Marathon winner is Kathy O'Neill of Methuen, Massachusetts. Kathy will get a marathon decal showing she watched 26.2 hours of her favorite crime show. To be next week's winner, sign up at lawandorderpodcast.com.
I'm Kevin Flynn with Rebecca Lavoie and Aviv Rubinstein, and these are their stories.
You think you know who did it, but you don't know who did it. Law and order, law and order, law and order. It's no ordinary police procedural, baby. It's the FNOG of police procedurals, baby. Law and order, law and order, law and order, law and order. These are their stories, these are their stories.
Welcome to These Are Their Stories, the podcast about network TV's most enduring crime franchise and the real-life cases that inspired their shows. I'm Kevin Flynn. Each podcast will break down an episode from either Criminal Intent, SVU, or Original Recipe. And today we're looking at Special Victims Unit, Season 17, Episode 15, Collateral Damages.
I know you live to make my life miserable, but JC, Mary, and Joseph, this.
Look, you didn't have to wake the commissioner up in the middle of the night to tell him that his trusted PR chief is busted for child porn.
Joining me to do just that is true crime author and the host of Crime Writers On and Netflix's You Can't Make This Up podcasts, Rebecca Lavoie. Hello, Rebecca.
Kevin, I can't thank you enough for having me on the show because I love the episode we're about to be talking about.
Oh, you know who else loves this episode?
Who?
Is our special returning guest from the Special Viewing Unit podcast. It's Aviv Rubinstein. Hello, Aviv.
Hello, Kevin. Hello, Rebecca. It's good to be back in studio with you all.
So glad to have you here.
We continue our long-standing beef.
Yeah.
Yes. Making me watch this episode again is
Aviv, you live rent-free in my head. I don't know if you know that, but
I don't know that. Why do I live rent-free in my...
Yeah, why
you
does
actually don't, because the beef is all fake.
The beef is all fake. That's
it was
right.
performative, me saying
this
that.
is also the funny thing about this beef is much like Don Draper and that guy in the elevator. We think about you all the time, and you don't think about us at all.
Exactly.
I never think about you at all.
I suppose if I did, I'd be really upset.
That's right.
Yeah, we're saying some really horrible things. Don't worry, no one's listening to it.
Aviv, you're an actor, producer, director, all-around crew hand. How close have you come to being a corpse on SVU?
So I wish that I were a corpse on SVU. A long-running gag in my family is that my uncle Ron, when I'm a filmmaker, and so whenever I talk about making films, or as I was a child going to film school, my uncle would always volunteer himself to play a corpse.
Oh.
And so the next time I have a dead body in a show or movie that I'm making, I'm going to have to fly him out from Pennsylvania so he can. And he used to do the impression, the dead body impression, which was just.
What is the dead body impression? Oh, Aviv, remind us of all the franchises. Which two cops are your favorite Law & Order detective team?
Favorite Law and Order detective team.
I am a real Benson and Stabler head just because of the nature of the show that I do. But Mike Dodds and Olivia, specifically at the end of season 17, is just a delicious pairing, delicious cop duo, because he is desperately trying to die. He's
doing everything he can do.
He's doomed.
He's doing and it starts in this episode where his father, Chief Dodds, is like, you know, you could have this cushy job at Joint Terrorism Task Force. He's like, I think I'm going to stay. There should be like a giant neon clock above his head at this point, being like, you're going to die. It's like walking into the station being like, I'm 3 days from retirement.
Yes. He's like, I already got shot once. I could never get shot twice in this job. Yeah.
In one season.
Yeah.
All right, now let's take a look at the first half of this episode, Special Victims Unit, Season 17, Episode 15, Collateral Damages. Just a note, we're going to be talking about fictional crimes committed by fictional people against fictional victims and investigated by fictional detectives. If you still find that especially heinous, you may want to listen to a different one of our episodes. Also, some streaming services list this as episode 14 because of a 2-part season opener. So get your shit together, Hulu.
So annoying.
Well, it seems like Teddy Brown Sugar Hawkins knows 3 things: how to win boxing championships, how to make great barbecue sauce, and what time all the newest child porn gets uploaded around New York City. After Rollins and a flat-chested police academy cadet go undercover, they bust Brown Sugar for doing bad things.
There they are, my 2 favorite people. And with good news for a change.
Deputy Commissioner Abraham, word travels fast.
You got him on attempted rape. What else? What about child porn?
Teru tossed his home computers, that's clean. But they did find some bad sites on his restaurant service, but we can't prove that he accessed them.
Well, Sully's a big get.
To avoid an embarrassing high-profile perp walk, Teddy offers to provide information on an online child pornography file swapping group. While Finn rounds up another perv during the sting, Rollins and Carisi go to the apartment of an 80-year-old man in the process of uploading pics. But when they get inside, they discover a neighbor has been stealing his Wi-Fi. That's when they learn the neighbor is everybody's least favorite asshole, Deputy Commissioner Hank Abraham. Benson seeks out Abraham's wife, child abuse prosecutor Pippa Cox, and allows her to discreetly leave the apartment with her 2 kids. As Amanda and Sonny take Abraham away, Tucker and computer crime start tearing the apartment up, looking for evidence. They find a pair of hard drives taped beneath his bureau drawer. Okay, so we open on the squad about to take down former heavyweight boxing champion who now sells barbecue at the mall, and apparently we already can tell he's a creeper because he looks right at a child and says,
"Don't forget to pick up some of my TKO barbecue sauce. It's bone-sucking good."
It's bone-sucking good.
Yes.
Horrible tagline for a barbecue sauce. For anything, really.
Oh, it's a suck a bone. Yeah, go suck a bone.
Some people do. I don't judge.
Well, I mean, like, it's finger-licking good, but now, like, oh, no, it's bone-sucking good. We go way beyond.
Kevin, you would be so happy to be married to a woman who loved to suck a bone. I'm just saying.
It's bone-sucking good.
So Rollins shows up as undercover as something. I don't know.
Pimpy Ant?
Yeah, Pimpy Ant. And,
Southern Belle.
Yeah.
Patty!
Crystal! My favorite Southern Belle. You look lovely as always.
Thank you.
And who's this little lady?
This is my niece, Amber. Remember I told you about her mama's been sick?
Of course. You didn't tell me she's a bombshell like her auntie.
But we see off to the side that Benson and Finn are monitoring this sting because Rollins has a camera hidden in the jewel in her necklace. So this camera is dangling between her tits, which is why we've recorded so many men looking directly into the lens this time.
The one thing that they keep saying, like, everyone takes a turn being like, that undercover looks young. Are you sure?
She's just a cadet. Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
At one point, Finn is explaining like what happened before all this, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Rollins got this guy primed," and I'm like, "How? What did Rollins do?"
I have the hottest 15-year-old niece you've ever seen.
How did she prime him for this? Like, did she go down there before with other young women? Did she do it herself? It is never explained.
There's no explanation about why they suspect this guy in the first place.
But he is her hero, which she says, kind of grumbling as they lead him off. Never meet your heroes always disappoint you. I'm like,
yeah.
Why was he your? Did you make a bunch of money off of him when you were gambling?
That's the only reason.
Right,
it's the only reason she made a bunch.
Let's hope that's the only reason.
Yeah. Well, just when you're about to say, what in the name of George Foreman Grill is happening here? Brown Sugar invites Rollins and the police cadet posing as let me check my notes, a 15-year-old girl down into his office, which is located in the basement of a mall. What was this request like over at the academy? It's like, do you have any A cups we can borrow for an hour?
Oh, my God.
Listen.
I mean, you got to do the casting correctly, right?
He does say that she has the face of an angel and a body built for sin.
It's true.
Did you watch Working Girl? Is that what?
By the way, I'm a woman, so I can say this fairly. She does not have either one of those things. Just
the face of an angel or body built for sin?
She got a beautiful face. What are you talking about?
She seems nice.
Wow.
She doesn't look 15.
She definitely does not look 15.
No.
And
she
what
doesn't
is
look
the
20.
face of an angel? It's cherubic and round. She does not have that.
Oh,
like Melanie Griffith did in Working Girl.
Oh,
so now we're doing like phrenology, but for faces,
which is not weird at all.
You've got the brow of a Laplander. She's like, my cousin, my niece is 15. She's super into boxers from the 90s.
Yeah.
And she's going to be so starstruck seeing you.
Or sucking bones.
Or like late night infomercials. And so you say the basement of a mall is where this office is. My read of it is like Dancing with the Stars shiny floor.
Oh yeah, it's got a couch and a bed and no desk.
Why would you need one?
No, I mean, why would you need the couch if you got the bed?
It has a DSLR camera as well.
He's not using his iPhone. He's got f-stop going, shutter speed. He's like doing it all, right?
He's got an assistant with a light meter.
And so he's like, trying to like lure what he thinks is a 15-year-old girl into like showing something. So he like encourages her to like take off her blouse and then take off her training bra. And then
So pretty. Maybe open that blouse a little more.
And then like the cadet like gets a little modest, and so she turns away, covers herself so Teddy won't see her breast, and instead turns right to Rollins with her Ring camera around her neck.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
And Finn looked down at the picture and he said, "That's bone sucking good."
No.
He did.
If this presumably 15-year-old girl have just like a real set of cans on her, like huge knockers, would that help your suspension of disbelief in this scene?
No. No, then I would definitely not think that's a 15-year-old girl.
All I thought watching this was like one very specific thing.
Yeah.
So this Elliot is obviously not present. He's not present for this sting. But if he were, like everyone's
Kool-Aid
watching
Man's through the wall.
everyone's watching this video live, right? Because they have to gather the evidence to arrest Timo George Foreman in this situation. Elliot would be sitting at a table and be like, "Oh, I can't watch this anymore."
Yeah, right.
And
right.
ruin the whole fucking thing.
It's the one time they decide they're going to watch the whole thing.
That's right.
Watch the whole thing. We'll see how this plays out. Also, can you imagine this storyline in the Elliot years where they're like, who are we going to get to do this undercover sting? Elliot, you have a daughter. You have a daughter with a death wish.
That's right, yeah.
But does Teddy think he's going to get a 15-year-old to suck his dick in front of her aunt? Or is it like a threesome situation? Like what?
She
what
had
does he
him primed.
expect to happen?
She had him primed.
He had him primed.
Yeah. So later, after they arrest him, they accuse Teddy of attempting to make child pornography. And he says, "What are you kidding? There's more porn in that necklace around her neck than in my camera." By the way, what's the first thing that Abraham asks about Teddy's arrest?
What about child porn?
Any child porn? We have a "Hey, it's that guy."
Hey, it's that guy.
Can you name the actor playing Teddy Brown Sugar Hawkins?
I can't.
No.
Because when this woman approached me with her foul come-ons, I decided to gather evidence.
Is that why you asked my niece to get on her knees?
I wanted to see how far you'd go before I made a citizen's arrest.
Well, that's Danny Johnson, 8 Law & Order Universe appearances. He's been playing Big Ben and Dante in the remake of The Equalizer starring Queen Latifah. And he was most recently in the shitty mystery Death and Other Details.
Oh, so bad.
Playing Father Toby.
So bad.
This murder mystery was so dull that most of the characters died by falling asleep and tumbling overboard.
He looks like one of the vampires from Dusk Till Dawn mid-transmorphication.
Yeah, that's actually bad analysis right there. It's pretty good.
Now we've got a bunch of repeat offenders.
Repeat offender.
Back again as abrasive defense attorney Roger Kressler is Ned Eisenberg.
The deputy commissioner does not have to speak to you, so not only is he here as a courtesy, but he's also here to sense what it is you think is going on.
Back again as even more abrasive defense attorney Arlene Heller is Susie Essman.
And my client is prepared to expose an online pedophile ring, okay?
Back again as abrasive Deputy Chief William Dodds is Peter Gallagher.
There are very few bright, shining paths in life, son. You've got one laid out in front of you right now. And if you don't take it, somebody else will.
And back again as abrasive Deputy Commissioner Hank Abraham is Josh Pice.
It was late. I was tired. An image popped up and I tried to close it. Then all these other images started popping up. I couldn't close any of them. And that must have sent me into a wormhole.
We talk about Hank Abraham, Josh Pice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pice is actually my grandmother's maiden name.
Okay.
So I may be related to this man,
I love
but
this for you.
I have nicknamed him throughout watching him in all these episodes, Josh Piss. Because every time he's on screen, I hear in my little voice in my head going, well, if it isn't Josh Piss. That's the vibe that he brings to the part.
He's so
function.
slappable.
We have Hey, It's That Girl.
Hey, it's that girl.
Who is that playing clueless wife Pippa Cox?
Pippa.
Got an email today from my boss.
I'm on leave, pending transfer to a position that doesn't involve contact with juveniles, sex offenders, or assault victims.
Take a breath.
No, just
Pippa, take a breath.
I should know her name because I am the reader of the IMDb and on our show. It's not Elizabeth Marvel.
Yeah, that's Jessica Phillips. 8 SVU appearances as this character. You think she'd have a bigger on-screen resume, but Jessica's really a great Broadway actress, Broadway career. She's in Dear Evan Hansen and appeared with Raul Esparza in the play Leap of Faith, or the musical Leap of Faith. She was in the rock opera Tommy and had to, throw the chair into the mirror. She missed her mark and the chair bounced and knocked her out cold on stage.
Jessica.
Wig came off, shoes came off, out cold.
Briefly went deaf, dumb, and blind.
Yeah, she was deaf, dumb, and blind afterwards. Wow. Way to go. So after a decades-long friendship, Jessica left her husband for Chelsea Nachman, a Broadway publicist. The New York Times said Jessica proposed by serenading her to Your Song by Elton John, accompanied by a 5-piece string ensemble. I proposed to Rebecca by singing Achy Breaky Heart at karaoke at Szechuan Garden.
No, you didn't.
Did
Incredible.
too. It's exactly how it happened.
So, but that's like the scene from Moulin Rouge,
Yes.
right? That's how Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman fall in love. He sings her Your Song.
Yeah, yeah, it happens all the time.
It does.
Yeah.
It's frequent.
Did you recognize the actor playing Mr. Markowitz, the old man who needs a better Wi-Fi password than 1234?
Poor Mr. Markowitz.
Mr. Markowitz, where's the computer for this?
My neighbor put that in from my cable.
Well, that is the late George Morphigan. 3 Law & Order Universe appearances. He's known for his 6 seasons on the prison show Oz. He played Bob Rebedow, the elderly inmate who survived his execution in the electric chair.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he was supposed to be put to death on the show in 1965, but he was saved by a power outage.
Oh.
And there is a real-life precedent that if an inmate survives an execution because of a technical failure, many courts have ruled that a second attempt to execute the person is cruel and unusual punishment.
Incredible.
So you can survive.
A real mulligan.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Right. So doing it over, cruel and unusual, it's like being forced to marry your ex-wife for a second time.
Oh, I think it's worse than that.
You think it's worse than that?
Yeah.
By the way, he was on Oz. Who else was on Oz?
Chris Maloney.
Yeah.
And who else?
What's his face?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons.
Who played?
Are you rushing or dragging, Kevin?
I'm rushing. So can you tell me who plays Naomi, Dodd's very helpful personal trainer?
This is a blink and you'll miss it person.
No
I don't know. Does she have a line?
Yeah, she says...
I'll be back.
That's Jessica Sharples. You may know her as Sarah from the show Girls Help Girls, Divorce or Die.
No.
Let me fill you in. This show is about a female vigilante who targets domestic abusers and is married to a divorce attorney who has a whole client list to go after. It's kind of like Dexter, but for abusers, right?
Oh.
That sounds like the plot of that show within a show in SVU called Girl Undercover.
Yes.
Where it's like the cop who goes to high school.
So good, Jesse.
And also fucks a lot.
Yeah,
so
she's
good.
Smoking hot.
I broke my heel while doing this fight.
Oh my God, that was a great. That was
So
a great
good.
episode.
Another 15-year-old who loves to fuck in the
Yes.
SVU.
Jessica was in all 59 episodes of Girls Help Girls. which came out in August, and she was able to do that because all of the episodes are 2 minutes long.
I love that.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's one of these online shows. I mean, there's nothing like a drama about domestic violence that doubles as an Instagram reel.
I was going to say, was it on Vine?
In LA, this is like the new thing. The only shows that are being made right now are these vertical shows with 2-minute episodes. And they shoot all 59 episodes or whatever in like one day.
Love that.
Jessica has a very unique skill. She is also a fire twirler and dancer.
Damn.
And if you read her resume, she lists this appearance on SVU as being a co-star. Maybe a stretch.
She has one line.
There you go. She also said that she was a featured performer in the film Love Lies Bleeding. You know that one?
I saw that movie, yeah.
Yeah. She played drunk woman's friend, uncredited.
Yes.
Oh, I remember her.
Yes.
Yeah,
she was the friend of that drunk woman.
Yeah. So I'm not saying she's padding the resume, but it also says that she's a latex salesman at Vandalay Industries.
It's my busy season.
It's my busy season, George. By the way, did you figure out who reporter number 2 is?
No.
This is great.
Hey, but did you know? Did you have any idea?
The one who looks like Walgreens knockoff of Anne Hathaway? Not her? No? Okay. That's Don Yannick, 6 Law & Order appearances playing reporter number 2, reporter number 1, reporter, and Don Yannick.
Incredible.
Don has had many appearances on ABC's What Would You Do?
Oh, my God.
A.K.A. Cringe Candid Camera.
Oh,
I remember
my
that
God.
show.
Yeah.
And Cringe to Catch a Predator in Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, well, this is where actors would create fraught scenes in public to see how other people would react. In one, she's playing a drunk doctor who gets a call to go to the emergency room.
Oh, my God.
Love that one. She's also played an overwhelmed mom at Christmas and a divorced mom trying to sabotage a reunion between her daughter and ex-husband by talking shit about him in front of the kid.
Oh,
That's so much backstory.
Yeah.
It's a lot of backstory, right?
It's a lot of What Would You Do backstory.
Other roles that she's played on What Would You Do? She played a pregnant woman who confronts her secretly gay husband in the middle of his affair, a.k.a. Mrs. Liza Minnelli.
This is legitimately like an SVU. Like, I feel like the SVU writers would be very good at What Would You Do? They'd be very good at it.
Also in that episode, a customer in a diner berates a woman who's fallen asleep at a table, calling her lazy and homeless. And the woman says, "No, I was just watching Death and Other Details." So Teddy offers to pass along information about where to find all the new juicy child porn. That's his term. The new juicy stuff.
Juicy stuff.
And the information he reveals is that it's all on this discreet website called cradlerobbers.com.
It's discreet because it's robbers with a Z. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. He's like giving this, the download on a website that's already there. It's like me telling the police, I have a special place to get these shoes. It's called Zappos.com. You'd never know about it. But luckily for them, all the best child pornographers are in Manhattan and not in Thailand or someplace outside their jurisdiction.
And they all have really telling screen names. So if I were doing a felony, I would simply not make my screen name Baby Banger.
No, that's, by the way, NBC approved this script.
Yes.
And some of the other people that were after is Love Schoolgirls, school with a K and girls with a Z.
It doesn't say Love School.
No. And Big Papa 69.
Nice.
But of course, they never explain. I mean, there's never an explanation like why all these guys have to drop their content after midnight, like Beyonce drops an album. Are they waiting that late because the kids are in bed and can't disturb them?
Oh, Kevin.
Not those kids. I mean, it's their kids.
Oh.
It's like, wait till they go to bed before I start uploading my porn.
I think that it's truly just because of the Eric Clapton song, because after midnight, they're going to let it all hang out.
Yeah, speaking of letting it all hang out, they start doing all these raids, and Finn goes into one place, kicks the door in, and this is where he's going to take down Big Papa 69.
NYPD, you can't just shut up.
And when they cuff the guy, by the way, he's wearing a marvelous pair of striped boxer shorts. Finn grabs that laptop barehanded, no gloves. I mean, I don't know what unit Finn was in before narcotics, but I know it wasn't the bomb squad. It's nothing to do with the fingerprints. It's the fact that it's going to be kind of chunky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stuck to his hand for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, that's why we didn't see him. It's like I had to go get some Baraxo and like really scrub it off. So Rollins and Carisi knock on Baby Banger's door, and it's an old man watching QVC at 1 o'clock in the morning. And he has no idea that his neighbor has installed a secret modem. Talk about some hidden charges on your cable bill.
They say, we trace something to your IP address. And he's like, I don't know, he's like 80. He's like, IP address? IP at this address every night.
It's about that time, too. Yeah.
It's very generous of you to say they knocked on his door when Carisi very clearly knocked down the dude's door.
Yeah, knocked through.
He was Kool-Aid Manning that guy's door for sure.
Yeah. You got to hurry up and you got to rescue those digital files.
Immediately.
My God. Don't let him get away with that. But when they go to search Abraham's home, the police turn the place upside down, looking for material in the seat cushions and everywhere. And then they find something taped to the bottom of the dresser drawer.
Got flash drives taped on the bottom of the underwear drawer.
And those aren't vacation photos.
They are hard drives, but they call them flash drives.
Hate to be that guy. They're not flash drives.
Look at my note. FYI, those are not flash drives.
Also known as thumb drives because they're the size of your thumb.
So when they get in there, we said that Abraham is married to Pippa Cox. We talked about it. Did we know that before this episode?
No,
right.
They didn't even know that. Yeah.
I have so many
retconning
questions.
everything.
Oh, that's right.
I have so many questions about this marriage. That's a whole other topic.
12 years, 2 kids, very worried about terrorism. It seems like everyone sort of universally agrees that Hank is like a piece of shit that everyone hates.
Between you and me, I never liked the guy anyway.
No one does. He's an angry prick.
But you're sure it's him?
My squad knows what they're doing.
Always.
Yeah, everyone has got like secretly like a little glee.
Yeah.
They're like, couldn't happen to a bigger asshole.
He's a legacy piece of shit on the show.
I got to say,
canon.
If somebody that I worked with in my office that was that big of an asshole started going down for child pornography, I would throw a party in the break room.
You'd be the guy like at the water cooler, be like, I knew it. I knew he was up to something.
I brought a sheet cake.
I'd go to the grocery store, get a sheet cake from the bodega. Absolutely.
But even though they hate this guy, everyone hates this guy, it's insane the courtesy that they extend to the fellow cops or people who work for the cops versus anyone else who's accused of anything else in this show.
Mm-hmm.
Weird how that works.
Yeah, so also they are able to find this because they bring in a dog that apparently can smell child porn?
Kevin and Rebecca.
Yes.
Do you understand the minutes that we spent on porn sniffing dog? And I'm saving you the embarrassment because we got an email from someone who explained how that these dogs are real and how it works.
They're not actually sniffing for pornography. They're
Really?
they're sniffing for electronics.
Flash drives.
Yeah.
That aren't flash drives.
Exactly. But I want to know, what do you name a dog who can smell pornography? Booby Doo? How about Young Yeller?
Oh, Kevin.
Young Yeller.
So, that's not good.
That's not good?
No.
Spot.
How about Spunk McKenzie? Well, now let's take a look at the second half of this episode. Hank Abraham says he's shocked that child pornography was on his laptop and accuses Barba in the DA's office of setting him up. Meanwhile, Pippa is standing by her husband.
When a father is facing these kind of charges, caught with this kind of evidence.
You know how many people are in and out of our apartment? Hank's den? Housekeepers, maintenance guys, delivery men, people from Hank's office. We've been having work done.
Okay.
The detectives interview Abraham's children, but there's no indication he molested them. With her estranged husband's arrest all over the news, Pippa is losing her job as child abuse prosecutor. Abraham tells Barba he's seeking treatment and that he's really, really sorry, but Barba makes it clear that charges are not going away. Pippa tells Benson her children are scarred and everyone wants to know why she didn't suspect her own husband. Liv and Rafa get a call that Abraham has slit his wrists and Pippa saved his life. The disgraced police commissioner changes his plea to guilty and is sentenced to 4 years. Okay, Aviv, why is this episode called Collateral Damages?
Who can say?
I can say it's because we're in season 17 and each episode title has to have 17
letters, right?
Hence the S.
Right.
The
If this was, hence the, if this episodes, if we're in season 16, this would just be collateral damage.
But what is the collateral damage in this? Is it Pippa?
I think it's the family. It's Pippa and the kids.
Poor Pippa.
Yeah, poor Pippa.
I guess poor Pippa. I do yes, poor Pippa, but that's a weird way to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so pro tip, if you're going to be a distributor of child sex abuse material, don't use the same password as on your police work computer. Babybanger123.
Oh, exclamation point.
Exclamation point. You have to have a special character.
That's right.
Upper and lower case.
Yes, exactly. So they have to interview Abraham's 2 children to see if they've been molested. And Rollins is interviewing the daughter and asks if Dad ever does anything that she doesn't like. And it's building all the suspense.
What does he do that you don't like?
One time, we were sitting on the couch. He was going to read me a story, but then...
Then what happened?
He fell asleep and he was snoring.
He fell asleep. Oh. Well, Daddy's up late at night doing the juiciest illegal content then, so he's going to be a little tired.
And then they tell the same joke again. They do the same exact structure with the boy, which is like, Dad does this thing. I don't really like it. And Carisi's like, tell me, kid, tell me. And he's like, he works so much.
Sometimes he just cares about me way too much.
That's right.
In a not sexy way.
That's right.
Yeah. Maybe it's possible, though, that he's been watching Death and Other Details.
Oh, Kevin.
But we also know that his work involves him in his office looking at child porn.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think what Jordan is actually saying, I'm just assuming his name is Jordan now, is actually saying is Dad's always jerking off in his office to other children. Why won't he pay attention to me in a non-sexual way? Yeah.
His other family.
My goodness.
Oh, goodness.
So there is this B plot to the episode involving Red Shirt Sergeant Mike Dodds. So he was shot in the shoulder in an episode that was a Chicago PD crossover. He was shot by escaped serial killer Greg Yates. You remember him, Rebecca?
Smelling the pregnancy of Rollins?
Yes.
Of course I do.
Smelling the pregnancy.
Yes. Actually, Dick Wolf wanted to do a 4-part crossover, and it was going to involve like all 3 Chicago shows, but it got very complicated to write because SVU comes on Thursday and the other things are on Wednesday, and it had to start on SVU. And anyway, they just were in light, said, how about we just do 2 things? And they were able to do it. But anyway, in this 2-parter, Dodds is shot. He survives. And his father, Chief William Dodds, is trying to convince him to climb the ladder and take this plum position.
This is your ticket. Up and out. Out. I just got the SVU. It was always just a stepping stone, part of the 5-year plan. You want your lieutenant's bars? Go JTTF. That's where the juice is now.
Now he declines and he stays with SVU and gets shot again in the season finale. And Rebecca, you know what they call it when you get shot a second time?
What's that?
A booster.
Oh, Kevin, that's true.
It is true.
That is true.
It is true.
And much like the COVID vaccine, this one killed him.
My God.
Now you don't know where I'm coming from.
No, wait, no.
Oh my God, he's all over the map.
I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
You are the RFK Jr. of this
Progressive
podcast.
Anti-Zionist, but also...
Now, Chief Dodds is wrong about a lot of things, but not this one.
He's right. I do take umbrage with people that complain that they never get to use their vacation time, that the job is so hard, they can't watch one more of these fucking videos, but then when given the chance to get out, they're like, nah, man, this is my home. He's been there for 4 days.
Yeah.
What is he doing? Get out.
Also, so the leverage is Chief Dodds goes to Mike and is like, you have to go to Joint Terrorism Task Force. That's where the juice is. It's bone sucking good.
Yes.
And then he drops a mug like you figured out who Kaiser Soze was.
Yeah, exactly. So ADA Pippa Cox finds that her world is turned upside down because she works protecting children, and everyone is asking why she didn't know her husband was a predator. But the bigger question is, why didn't she know her husband was a giant asshole?
How did they meet?
She was prosecuting him.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly.
We met.
Do you remember when she says, every time people see my kid's last name on the internet, they'll know his dad? I'm like, their last name is what? Exactly?
Abraham.
Yeah. No, the smart thing to do is to change it to Cox, where no kid will make fun of him.
That's right.
Yeah.
But do you think Abraham in New York City is an uncommon name?
I do not think that Googling these kids in the future will be like, check out this motherfucker. But I also don't think that changing their name is like the worst idea in the world. Like, hey, fuck this guy. We're the Johnsons now. Forget this guy.
Can you imagine being Pippa? She's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
She's a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
She has everything going for her. She meets this guy in some situation. This reminds me of Sipowicz and what's her face, his gorgeous wife on NYPD Blue. She meets this guy and she's like, oh, he's the one. Swipe right. No.
As someone who married way out of my league,
talk to me.
Maybe he's funny. I don't think he's funny.
Yeah. Fun. He's got all the good pornography or whatever.
As someone else who married way out of their league, what do you think, Kevin?
What do I think? Well, I'm just going to point out the fact that he married a lesbian.
Is this because I'm a lesbian?
To be fair, he didn't realize that she was a lesbian.
In real life,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so everybody should cut each other some slack. Have some
We
grace.
love a late in life lesbian.
So throughout this episode, we see Tucker helping out. And after many years of friction, Benson and Tucker have a more harmonious working relationship. And he's the one who recommends that she become a lieutenant and basically, finds a way to give her the promotion. By the way, without ever taking the exam, poor Van Buren still doing traffic duty over there at the Original Recipe studio. But hey, maybe you should be a lieutenant. Thanks, Tucker. So at the end of this episode, see the two of them are walking down the street, and he offers to buy her a nightcap.
Still up for that nightcap?
Yeah. I could really use a drink. You know what? Not here.
Wherever you want to go. You tell me.
Okay.
And they grab each other's arms, and for the first time, the audience gets to see that there is something going on between Benson and Tucker, and they walk off probably to that apartment where Lucy has been waiting all day for her to come home and change this diaper.
Who, Tucker's?
Oh, God, Tucker.
Because he's old these days.
We got it.
Yes.
We got it. Yes. R.I.P.
So this is what the kids call a soft launch. The show is soft launching Tucker and Benson. But they're also soft launching her alcoholism, which plays a huge role throughout the rest of this. By huge role, I mean at the end of every episode, you see her drinking. And at one point, Tucker's like, are you sure you should be drinking this much? And then completely abandoned.
Correct.
Never heard from again. And we're halfway through season 18. I don't think Tucker's ever heard from again either.
Yes, Tucker dies, and we don't know what happens to their whole. Except they went to Paris together. That was
they go to Paris at the end of the season,
and they took Noah. So she introduced him to her kid.
Yep. She introduces everyone to her kid.
I'll say, not only did they drop the alcoholism thing, but in how many subsequent scenes have you also seen Liv holding a huge ass wine glass? So many. Yeah.
Couple of times, yeah, more than once. But it's a number greater than zero.
Basically, every episode for the rest of season 17 ends with Benson and Tucker at a bar watching TV, like making some commentary, like, "Oh, we all learned a lot today about don't rape kids," and then she's like chugging a big glass of wine, and I'm like, "Is this supposed to be like the new format of the show?"
Yeah, wine moms.
Wine moms.
Wine moms. By the way, what is the more embarrassing Benson hookup? Is it Tucker or Cassidy? Cassidy's more embarrassing.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Dude's a mess. He was never not a mess.
There's a moment, especially because the William Lewis stuff is during her with Cassidy. She's like, when she's about to die at the hands of William Lewis. He's like, I'm going to kill you and I'm going to let you scream his name. Your last words are going to be Brian Cassidy.
Yeah, not so
hey,
much.
Dummy.
Mayhem, man.
Mayhem.
So you know what happened when Liv pays Lucy for the overtime
What
and then Tucker gets
happened?
bed? He says, man, that's bone sucking good.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
All right, let's take a look at the real life story that inspired this episode. It's time for Rip from the Headlines.
You think you know who did it. You think you know who did it. But you don't know who did it. You don't know who did it. Rip from the headlines.
Now, this episode takes some cues from the case of Assistant District Attorney Bill Conradt. In 2006, the NBC show To Catch a Predator convinced police in Murphy, Texas, to take part in a televised sting to nab pedophiles. Authorities posed online as minors to lure potential child molesters to a house filled with hidden TV cameras. That's where host Chris Hansen would confront the predator before their arrest. Conradt was a prosecutor in nearby Kaufman County. He began messaging someone he thought was a 13-year-old boy, and investigators clocked Conrad's voice on a phone call. But Conrad stopped communicating with them and didn't travel to the bait house for the TV ambush. For the first time, the TV show decided to go to the suspect's house for the confrontation. Despite little probable cause, coppers got an arrest warrant for Conrad. A SWAT team entered his home with cameras in tow. That's when Conrad shot himself with a pistol. Police were criticised for their overly aggressive tactics and for playing to the cameras. The TV show was accused of pushing the cops into taking the actions they did. Though they took no responsibility for the outcome, NBC settled a lawsuit with Conrad's family. Meanwhile, charges against all the men who went to the bait house were dropped.
So after Conrad shot himself in the head and was lying on the floor, and before he could be taken away by an ambulance, one of the officers turned to the camera and said, "That'll make great TV." And I'm wondering if we hired the right people for these jobs.
They're not sending their best.
They're not sending their best.
This is also the reason that To Catch a Predator went off the air.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. By the way, in September, a documentary about this incident came out as part of a documentary called Predators. And it had all the original footage from this and other things, including the bait telephone calls. It showed a bunch of other stings. It featured an interview with the man who was the young decoy, Danny Chirac, also known as Decoy Danny.
Jesus. What a cool nickname.
Yeah, I know, right? This was his...
Now he's Decoy Daniel.
Yeah, it was Decoy Daniel.
Decoy Daniel. You got to give it to him. That's dope as hell.
Yeah. He said, you couldn't pay me $10 million to film that scene again. And the filmmakers interviewed Chris Hansen and started off by asking him this question. Some people think you have something to answer for. Does he?
Yes.
What does he have to answer for, Rebecca?
Well, Kevin, people do, I will say, even the worst of us, I've said this many times on the podcast, have rights.
Mm-hmm.
And that show did an excellent job, I think, tainting the constitutional rights of these potential defendants. And Chris Hansen was the star of the show. And this one went like it was like judge, jury, and then execution happened before this guy even had a chance to hire a lawyer. I have a problem with it personally.
Yeah, Aviv, what do you think?
I agree in principle. However, the thing that this show does from time to time and this real life scenario does is make me kind of go like, don't make me defend the pedophile.
Yeah.
like I'm against police overreach.
Yeah.
Is this the hill we want to die on specifically? Like, there's so many other examples of police overreach and trampling on the Constitution that it's interesting, fascinating that these are the ones where we're like, and those poor child molesters never got to see their day in court. I don't want to trample on anyone's rights. I'm basically at this point a police abolitionist and a prison abolitionist, and that also means like murderers and pedophiles and rapists and all this stuff. Like it's not just the people who I have sympathy or empathy toward. And so yeah, I do think that these people deserve their day in court, but also I think the reason that the American viewing public, the American public at large, likes this stuff is because the trust in the justice system is like basically in the toilet, all-time low.
Yep.
And we like really like shows like this and shows like To Catch a Predator, because like the bad guys will get punished, when in reality that doesn't happen nearly as much as it should.
They had a place where if you came to, to like thinking you're going to have sex with a child, you've committed a crime. He did not go to do that. So instead, they went to him. Mm-hmm. But in order to do that, they needed an arrest. Yeah. Right. They needed a search warrant and an arrest warrant. They went to 2 different judges. And they were not told about Dateline's, NBC's involvement in the case. Both later said they wouldn't have signed those warrants, if they had known that.
That's deeply fucked up.
Yeah. Also, Conrad's boss said that his arrest probably would have been tossed anyway, based on lack of probable cause. Everybody else who was there ended up getting their case dismissed as well. Yeah. This segment wasn't done for law enforcement's benefit. It wasn't them tagging along with law enforcement. It was done for the benefit of an audience interested in true crime.
Yes.
So do we care whether it's entrapment or not? And by we, I mean, does the public care whether this is possibly entrapment? No.
The public wants to see transparently evil people get shot in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The public also wants to see what would you do? Which is just
it's not right.
It's just a low.
All of TV is just some fucking morality test, right?
Yeah.
And like the cops is like, you're challenged to say anything bad about the cops, even though you objectively see them doing bad stuff on the show Cops.
I've got a microphone. I'll say all kinds of bad shit about the cops.
Oh yeah. And this one, it's like, oh, by the way, this is just like feeding, like the sowing the seeds for QAnon, is it not?
Yeah.
A whole TV show where we take glee in thinking that everybody is a child molester.
There's like a under every pizza parlor. I wasn't necessarily going to bring this up, but I think it's relevant. So when I was in college, in film school, there was like the screenwriting contest. A good friend of mine who I actually just had breakfast with today, who's a professional screenwriter. Now he writes on, he worked on the new Pink Panther movie. His submission to this screenplay contest was a short film called To Save a Child. And it was like around the same time as this happened with To Catch a Predator. And the premise of the script, I still think about it like 20 years later, is it's a To Catch a Predator type show. The cops show up to this house ready to sting this pedophile that thinks that they're coming to meet a 13-year-old girl. And it turns out to be a 13-year-old boy who has been posing as an adult online to hook up with a 13-year-old girl, and the show is now guilty of the thing that they're trying to entrap other people of doing.
Oh wow.
And it's like one of the funniest short films I've ever read, and I just think about that all the time, of like, this is the razor's edge that this show was doing this whole time, which is like, what they were doing is also pretty illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Now, the fact that a co-worker could be in possession of child sexual abuse material hit close to home for the Law & Order family. The previous year, Original Recipe director Jace Alexander was arrested for having child porn on his home computer. Aviv is nodding. He knows all about this. He was swapping digital files with others when he was caught. He is the son of 4-time Oscar nominee Jane Alexander. Alexander's wife, Maddie Corman, wrote and starred in a one-woman show, which became a film called Accidentally Brave, about how she put her marriage back together. And I would say that is one dude who apparently can talk his way out of anything.
Oh my God.
And this is so when we did this episode on that other show that I basically I'm not a part of anymore. It's fine. I was assuming that this was ripped from the headlines of the Jace Alexander case. Like the call was coming from inside the house sort of element of the show and the production of the show. To me, that's where Pippa Cox ends her journey in the show, where she's like, he's still my husband. And Olivia's like, he does not have to be. There are ways around.
We could fire that guy, we could.
Jace Alexander could have faced 7 years in prison. Instead, he received 10 years probation, which will be expiring next summer. Incidentally, Jace is short for Jason, and professionally it was meant to prevent people from confusing him with Jason Alexander from Seinfeld. So now when people call him about a job, he answers the phone. Vandelay Industries.
Of course he does.
That's going to do it for us. I want to thank our guest, Aviv Rubinstein. Aviv, where can our listeners follow you online?
So I'm at Rambo Calrissian on all the places, and I host a far inferior Law & Order SVU podcast where we are viewing and reviewing and mocking.
Is it called Especially Heinous?
No, yeah. It's called That's Messed Up.
That's messed up. There you go.
No,
yeah.
I believe that we are the only show that's doing every episode in a row from the beginning, which was a real mistake on our part. At this point, closed our loop so that we are now talking about episodes that were airing while we were doing the podcast.
Amazing. Amazing.
We're in the middle of season 18, and it's only getting worse from here.
And Rebecca Lavoie, how can our listeners follow you?
You can find me on several platforms at Reb Lavoie.
And be sure to follow us and like us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube X, and Blue Sky. Our newsreader was Cy Frater. Our theme music was composed and performed by Uncanny Valleys. Content assistance from Travis Roy. Lily Flynn handles promotions. All clips in this podcast were used in compliance with the U.S. Copyrights Act fair use exemption for criticism and commentary. Go to lawandorderpodcast.com and sign up for our newsletter for a chance to be our next Law & Order Marathon winner. These Are Their Stories was recorded in Studio C and is a production of Partners in Crime Media.
Partners in Crime Media.